All right, so I've been reading this book, and it's on ancient Stoicism according to the teachings of Epictetus. If I said that right, anyways. And what it's telling me is that the concepts and ideas that I've been working with in my own journey, in my own healing process for the last 25 years are not something new. You know, these are things that have been known by mankind for thousands of years, right? Now, I was having this conversation with someone just Saturday night, and I've had these kinds of conversations literally thousands of times, you know, with hundreds of people, right? And it's something that I talk about a lot. It's something that I'm real big on, and it's understanding that the prison that mankind is trapped in is the prison of the mind. That our greatest enemy is actually our own thoughts, specifically certain types of thoughts. And these are thoughts that are fear-based. The real jailer of humanity is fear. And if one were aware and paid close enough attention, it's pretty easy to see that fear has proliferated all throughout our society, particularly strongly in the media, especially in social media, okay? They want us to be afraid. That is a plain and simple fact. They want us to be afraid because people who are afraid are easy to control. People who are afraid give up their personal power. So the path to freedom, the real freedom that we're all looking for, the happiness, the joy, the contentment that we all want, is impeded on by fear. The solution is simple. It's becoming aware, understanding, and changing our thought processes. That means doing a careful examination of all of our ideas and beliefs. One of the single most powerful concepts that's been presented to me in my entire life, I picked up 13 years ago, is that all of our troubles are of our own making. Now, the majority of the people that I presented this concept to have immediately bugged it. That's not so, that's not true. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Okay, well, we're not saying, okay, that we accept blame. What we're saying is that we accept responsibility for our existence here. We accept responsibility for our emotions. We accept the responsibility for our actions. And this means understanding one very basic immutable law, and that is causality. Causality is simple cause and effect, you know? Most of us growing up were told as children that life isn't fair, right? But nothing could possibly be more fair. The universe, the whole entire universe respects the law of causality, which is that for every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction, right? This is pretty basic physical science, right? But it's also very basic psychological science and very basic metaphysics, okay? Quite simply, our thoughts create our reality because every one of our actions are preceded by thoughts. The thing is, a lot of us think that our conscious thoughts are what create our reality, but they're not. What creates our reality, what drives our actions, what drives our attitudes, our behaviors, our emotions, are the things that are happening in the subconscious mind. And very few of us are even aware of our subconscious mind, much less are we aware of what's going on in our subconscious mind. So of course, the first step to creating a whole new reality for ourselves is to develop self-awareness. That means awareness outside of just our physical body and our conscious thoughts, but developing an awareness of our subconscious thought processes. This is simple, but perhaps difficult for most of us because it means the potentiality of casting aside every single one of our guiding ideas and belief systems. The difficulty with that is that we are conditioned to assess or to assign our personal identities to our belief systems. You know, saying things like, well, I am a Christian, right? Someone told me years ago that anything that follows I am is a lie. And upon careful investigation of that concept, I found it to be unilaterally and unequivocally true. I am, simply I am, you know? Now, understanding this concept gives me the power and the ability, along with personal awareness and a deep investigation of my subconscious mind, to create whatever character that I want to be. I personally chose to create the character Eros Via. Eros being the ancient Greek god of love, right? And it fits the purpose that I've chosen in my life, not the purpose that's been given to me, but the purpose that I have chosen in my life has been to teach people to fall in love with themselves. Now, Eros is the Greek equivalent to the Roman god Cupid, okay? You know, the little guy with wings that goes around with the bow and arrow shooting people and making them fall in love. But you see, the thing is, I'm not trying to make anyone fall in love with me. I'm not trying to make anyone fall in love with somebody else. What I'm here to do is to get people to understand how important it is to fall in love with themselves. When a person is in love with themselves, when they hold a high value of themselves, their thought processes change dramatically, and their life then changes dramatically. And this is the whole point, right? We all want the same thing. We want to be happy, we want to be comfortable, but a lot of us spend far more time being unhappy and uncomfortable than what is absolutely necessary. Eckhart Tolle said once, suffering is necessary until we realize that it is not. Suffering is absolutely not necessary to personal growth, to personal advancement. It's not. You know, once we become comfortable with the fact that our suffering is a result of our thoughts and our judgments, and we start to change our thoughts and cast aside our judgments, then we can get really comfortable with growing. That, again, is also perhaps very difficult because it has been deeply conditioned and ingrained in us that we must be uncomfortable if we are to grow. Another lie, right? Being uncomfortable is a choice. Any situation with which we are presented that we're uncomfortable in, it is not the actual situation that makes us uncomfortable, but it is our thoughts, ideas, and beliefs guiding our emotions, which dictate our level of comfortability. Again, a really simple concept, really difficult to swallow because it goes against much of what we're taught throughout our entire lives. The whole entire purpose of this video, for anyone who's watching it, is to get them to begin to open their mind just a little bit and start investigating the ideas, beliefs, and concepts that guide them, and maybe start picking up a new set of values that are going to serve them better. I hope to see you all on the other side. I love ya.